So I'll maybe start with that question a little bit. Like Ethan, Quinn, like what are your favorite places that you guys like worlds that you've seen out there? Ethan, you said last time you liked Black Panther a lot. Is that a world like kind of Wakanda, a world that you like?
Yeah, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, that one and Game of Thrones. I think those are the two biggest like worlds that I live in my head.
I like it. What about you, Quinn? Any kind of famous like sort of stories that you really like these days now that you've been reading more stuff?
Probably. Well, I do like I like Rainbow Magic.
And Kanto you like a lot now, right?
Yes, I like the Kicks. And I think I like...
Oh, Narnia. We just started Narnia, actually. That's another one starting house.
Yeah.
Narnia's a good one.
And I like the Pennymores.
Yes, that's good.
Nice plug there, Quinn.
Exactly. Nice plug on that one. So maybe should we start, Ethan? Like maybe start with the first part of it here?
Oh, and My Little Pony books. And I like Coraline.
Coraline's a good one too. Yeah. So we're gonna start with that actually, that prompt. Here's the first prompt that we're gonna do. So everyone should get out a pen and something to write with. So we're gonna go through six. I know, I got it for you. We're gonna do 6 little questions today. Quinn is actually gonna be working through her brand new Plumes journal. I think that I saw Sophia and Rachel are on too, who got one. So their journals, they got some too. So we'll give a couple away tonight. So pick out a piece of paper and we're gonna go through 6 questions tonight to help you design a world. And so the first question is, we want to figure out this statement. It's like blank, but. So what we mean by that is you want to pick a world that you're inspired by. Like it's like Harry Potter, but again, you write magic instead of you cast magic. Or it's like Game of Thrones, but the dragons are in charge as opposed to people, or whatever that might be, right? That's kind of it. Or if it's, you got a different. Let's use this one for now. Then I don't know what the other ones are, but we'll use this one. There you go. So that's what we want to start with here. Is we want to start with that question. So Ethan, why don't we start with you a little bit here with the question? What is your kind of what is that you talked about a few? What are the most inspired places you are? So write your first one here. Number 1, it's like blank, but.
I feel like it's like Game of Thrones would be interesting. I don't know if I can write like George R. R. Martin though. But I'll just say it's like Game of Thrones, but the dragons are the strongest creatures of the world.
Cool. So it's like Game of Thrones, but with dragons a little bit that way. Quinn, what about you? So you're picking this one. You decided you had a kind of inspirational that we were talking about today. You were inspired by what movie?
Moana.
Moana. So Quinn was going to do it's like Moana. And then the next part is like the butt part. So you want to have a surprising twist on yours. So what's something unique about it? So if you think about it, so let's just use yours Game of Thrones here, Ethan. What is yours Game of Thrones, but what's your unique spin that you want to include on Game of Thrones? It's different than yours, something like that kind of stands out differently.
I think the immortality part is different. So
it's like die Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you can't die.
I like that. So Quinn, yours was you picked. What was your movie? It's like Moana, but what?
But they speak Spanish, and you're not allowed to bring people from other places unless they'll speak Spanish, and they won't speak any other language.
Got it. So Quinn was talking about that hers like Moana, but there's this place no one new can come to this island. They're not allowed to like bring new people. So it's like Moana, but kind of this place where you're not allowed to have outsiders join this place. So
how do you spell new?
New? N-E-W. JC, you like Hogwarts. So it's like Hogwarts, but what? Like the sort of twisting on it. So you come with something interesting and unique in it. So that's what we want to start with here. Our first one is it's like blank, but something special about it. So so it's like Game of Thrones, but immortality. It's like Moana, but no new people are allowed to come to the island. As opposed to leaving the island, they don't allow people to come to the island in Moana in this one. Any other unique things or unique twists that you have on your world of Game of Thrones there?
I think that maybe the creatures talking, because I think they weren't like in Game of Thrones. I don't remember like dragons being able to speak or like have consciousness.
Daddy, what's the title?
Just call it world at the top. Yeah, call this world building. So that's the first real question here. Just to start with, you want to sort of be inspired by, and I think great sort of stories are always inspired by. There's a fun story about Hunger Games, and Hunger Games is kind of the story if you've seen it or seen the movie about kind of this competition. And the woman was sort of watching reality television and she saw what was going on in the Iraq war and kind of came up with this interesting place. So being inspired by things is good. So come up with your place that you're inspired by and then have a twist to it. So Moana, but people aren't allowed on the island. And then, Game of Thrones, but there's immortality. Those are great ones for sure.